Today, I'm flying in Singapore Airlines A380 in the world's best first class. Yes, you heard it, but why would I say that? And is 4 hours enough to fully savor this seat in the suite? Well, let's find out from today's journey flying from Singapore to Hong Kong to see what they have to offer on top of cruise champagne and lobster. And stay to the end because I want to tell you how I got so lucky to have gotten this seat in the first place and how much did it cost me. Buckle up, it's a fast video today as we only have 4 hours. Every good first class journey starts from the ground, and Singapore Airlines has a separate check-in building outside of the terminal. You're probably the only one checking in here, so it's all about you. Here's my golden ticket, and I was invited to use the private immigration counter and visit the airline's private room, a fancy name of their ultra-exclusive first-class lounge that only Singapore Airlines' very own first-class passengers can enter. It has super luxurious vibe in here, and there's even a la carte dining because buffet is so business class. If you want to see the full menu and a full tour of this place, I have a separate video of all the lounges here, linked in the description. And I have more good news for you, there's not one, but 2 lounges just for you. Beside the private room is the Silver Crest First Class Lounge that is meant for only first class passengers flying with Star Alliance airlines like Swiss and Lufthansa. Now if you prefer buffet food over a la carte for whatever reason, then this is the place. But now we gotta go because I don't want to miss my beautiful first class flight today in this massive Airbus A380. It's the double deck plane with this long staircase leading me up to my first class suite. Check this out, the plane has almost 500 seats and only 6 of them are in their own private suite. And if you are seated in one of the front suites, you can even form a double bed with your plus one. Well, in my case, I don't know the other person, so walls up. Just look at how much space there is here. Each suite has around 50 square feet of space, much larger than the next contender, Etihad's first class apartment, which is only 40 square feet. Also, the same floor space Singapore Airlines uses for its first class cabin, Emirates, has 14 seats instead of 6 as we see here. Floor space wise, it's clear who the winner is. I heard someone said this suite looks like a hospital bed. Excuse me? Maybe you should visit a hospital more and see it for yourself. I ain't seeing any hospital rooms looking anything like that. Especially, there are these beautiful and luxurious leather compartments for you to put your small belongings, and also your very own private closet. They are so fancy, just don't forget to take all your stuff out after landing. I'm saying this because you'll be pretty hammered by all the booze later. And speaking of the devil, here's the welcome champagne that costs around $300 per bottle, so you better drink up. But wait, that's not even the good ones, that comes later. And it's about time for departure. We have exactly 4 hours to landing. Every minute counts now. Let me just close all these and get ready. After reaching the cruising altitude, I'm allowed to close the door. Well, it's not fully enclosed though, but that should work. While waiting for my meal, I was just poking around like a young curious little boy, playing around with the seat as you can control where you want to face with these buttons. You can also close the blind, move the light, and also adjust the TV position. Just a reminder that you don't get just one, but 2 TV screens in your suite. It's so extra, I know, but so is luxury. Get used to it. Because this IFE system is controlled by this tablet, some fancy technology that you don't even see in business class. So how about I get myself ready for the meal now? Normally, the cabin crew would set up the meal table for you, but I'm not a spoiled brat, I'll do it myself. And whoa, the table is really sturdy. Can I take this home with me also? I could really use this on my bed. But hold that thought, because now we need to look at the menu. Well, I don't have to, since I've already pre-booked my entree before checking in online, a service I hope more airlines will adopt. Everybody gets a scallop and chicken soup. For the entree, I think most of you would pick the beef tenderloin. I would too, I mean, come on, bigger bang to the buck, right? And then the ginger chocolate cake, cheese, and fruits as desserts, and of course, tons of fancy booze to choose from. Nothing but croup from now on. Oh, that was fast? Yeah, keep that pouring. Also, some freshly warm mixed nuts to start. And how are we doing for time? We have about 3.5 hours left and my meal is just about to be served. Speaking of Singaporean efficiency. I could smell my seared scallop from the kitchen. It comes with grilled vegetable, rocconcini, and basil pesto. They taste delish. Okay, next is the chicken soup with lotus and dates. Super savory and so satisfying. Really hits the spot. And here comes the person of the hour, or should I say, lobster of the hour. Here I present to you Singapore Airlines' most famous dish, the lobster thermidor. It's made with huge chunks of lobster meat with wine sauce and herbs, and then put them back onto the lobster tail. Oh God, save me Jesus, this is as sinful as it gets. It tastes buttery and just full of goodness. No one does lobster in the air better than Singapore Airlines. And I hope you are not allergic. It's gonna be very sad for you for not having this. But hold on, there's more cheese coming as part of the traditional Western dining experience. And then here comes the ginger chocolate cake. Oh, this cake is divine. If I wasn't that full, I would have gotten another slice. And lastly, I was presented a tray of fruits, and I got the grapes and this exotic looking dragon fruit. You have probably seen the red color ones before, and here we have the yellow one. And whoever picked this up from the grocery store did an amazing job because the dragon fruit is perfectly ripe. Alright, we have 2 hours and 45 minutes left. Not too bad for the timing. I didn't feel rushing at all, except now, since I have had too much to drink, gotta use the washroom now. And you would be happy to know that there's not just one, but two massive washrooms in this first class cabin. This is the smaller one on the left side, just showing you. And now, let's go to the larger one. Check this out. This washroom is literally double or even triple the size of most washrooms in an average apartment. You can put like 3 to 4 people in at the same time, just saying. I love the color and the lighting of this washroom. Funny enough, the purple LED light kinda reminds me of Air New Zealand. It's kinda that thing. And look at all these amenities that you are more than welcome to bring them with you. On the wall here, there's also body lotion, fragrance, and facial moisturizing mist. I'm not saying you should take these with you, but you do what you want. You are in first class here. I'm sure they have extra stock somewhere. Okay, back to my room. I mean my seat. Or whatever, the line between a seat and a room is very blurry here. And would you look at that? Making your bed is so business class. You're in first class now. Let someone else make the bed for you. This is the most comfortable bed I've had in the sky for sure. It comes with 5-star hotel quality bedding and pillows, though I reckon that the bed is leaning towards the firm side. I don't mind it, but if you do, just ask for a second mattress pad. Anyhow, it's time for a nap, and we only have 2.5 hours left, and the cabin crew informed me that I could sleep until 30 minutes before landing since there's no pre-landing meal and I don't need to change from my pajamas, as this is only a 4 hours flight mind you. Oh, that was a good nap. A good 2 hours out of the 4 hours flight. Singapore Airlines had really thought it through for us by maximizing sleeping time and making the meal super time efficient. And I really didn't feel it was rushing at any given time. This is my best 4 hours of luxury to date by far. I had lobster and premium champagne. I used the oversized washroom twice, played and toured around the seats and cabin, and most importantly, had a really good sleep. Could I have used a longer flight? Well, yeah, but was it a good experience? A 100%. So, quick story before landing. I originally redeemed a first-class flight in the 777 for the holiday season in 2022. Then, out of nowhere, Singapore Airlines announced that they will reinstate the A380 from December 1st, 2022 onwards for this Singapore to Hong Kong flight. I was delighted, of course, but since then, it's gotten really hard to find good point redemption for this suite, as everybody is doing revenge traveling thereafter. But if you are lucky to find a ward space like me, you could redeem a short-haul flight like this with just 45,000 miles to dabble with this fantastic suite. You could also try out the flights to India or to Shanghai. Those flights are over 5 hours long and would cost just slightly more. So is this the world's best first class? Depending what the parameters are, if just the seats and the suites alone, then definitely Singapore Airlines in their A380. But if you want to add in all the bells and whistles, then that's up for debate. Regardless who's the best, Singapore Airlines is high up there for sure, and their A380 experience will be very memorable for each one of you. So bottom line, this 4 hours flight is worth it for me. Hey, if you like this video, consider liking it and subscribing to this channel. I post a flight report every week and lounges walkthrough every so often as well. And watch me next week how I descend back to the business class cabin in EVA Air's brand new 787-10. Until next time, bye for now.